Alright, and without any further ado, welcome everyone to, hopefully this time, the last stream of Dark Souls 3. I'm getting a strange deja vu, we've been here last time. Hoping you're all doing very well. I'm definitely doing well, I'm happy to be here. And happy and excited to finally bring this game to a close. Last time, Midir wanted to stop us by biting the internet cable and stopping our upload, but that won't stop us today. But before that, a bit of housekeeping. We're not at 129 deaths, we're actually at 130. Because in the drop-off of last time, I'm an honest person, so I'm giving that right away. In the drop-off of last time, he killed me in the final attempt before I completely dropped off of Twitch. Which is why, well, I gotta give it to him. It's his fourth kill against me. So, yeah, will be the last one he had. So yeah, as I mentioned also in the announcements, it might be a shorter stream today, because we only have one more boss left, and it's not Gale, it's actually Midir, because we've beaten Gale on a first try 2 streams ago. So yeah, let's hope that at this time we're gonna actually be able to kill Midir. So without any further ado, let us descend right into it. Still a bit spiky, but I think it's gonna be better towards the end. Alright, attempt number, I think 5 we're on against Midir. Still my nightmare enemy. Let's see. Hello there, big guy. It's been a while. You're gonna do your charge again, as always. And I managed to survive it, that's good. We're off to a good start. And yes, to give you a bit of Gale, I am Gale still, but let's see for how long. Oh boy, what is he doing? I don't see it, and I'm scared. Ow! Okay, rolling under him is a bad idea, I get it. What did I just say? What did I just say? It's a bad idea, why am I doing it? I literally like rolling under him is a bad idea, so let's continue to do it. Good start, I guess. But yeah, nonetheless. By the way, hi Jan. I've seen you answer. I didn't respond to it, but hello. Oh, I know what my issue is. Yeah, we're gonna get him this time because I know my issue. I know it. That I'm on the wrong side of this every time. No, but my real issue, I know it. I'm not embered. We all know that being embered helps us masterfully. So without any further ado. I'm glad I didn't ember up there. Oh, that was a good one. That was well deserved. I shouldn't look here, I should look there where my actual screen is. But I'm a bit itchy with the rate this time, so I'm like always keeping an eye on that counter that's in the bottom corner of OBS, but it seems to be okay-ish. It was a good try, wasn't it? It was very, very good. You know, it's just confusion tactic. Midir saw that one, was like, what the hell is he doing? And, well, I don't know either, but we're gonna continue doing it. It helps. Okay. Real attempt. The funny part is, why do you not die to this fall? Because 2 pieces of water. That's why. It's the only reason I can imagine. Hello, big guy. Why did I attempt to hit you? I'm gonna pay the price for it, aren't I? The price for stupidity. He looks cozy. Oh, hi, Moo. He definitely is cozy. Oh no, it's a charge. Ow, no, it's a bite. How am I alive? I don't know, but I'm gonna ember up, because I'm glad that I'm alive. no, run! It's fire! Ow! How do you evade that? How do you evade that? Just wants a hug. Well, you should just ask for it. You know, who's gonna give you a hug if you're gonna beat them in the face? Like, that's not how you ask for a hug, my dear. Jesus. Oh yeah, and fire. Okay, I see. I see, my dear. Don't be angry. Oh, that was a hug. Okay, I guess he does want a hug. Look at it. That was literally just a hug me. Hello, am I back? I think I'm back, finally. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Let's hope that this time we're gonna stay here. Maybe it just needed to clear its throat. I don't know. Jeez. I don't know what it is. Like, I've never had these issues before, and now they're just starting with it. But, yeah. Midir wants to play tough games. He gets tough games. He gets the real weapon. No more Mr. Nice Gale. Now we're actually gonna beat him. It's the only thing that's left to do. Is just actually beat him in the face. It's the only thing we can do, really. We're gonna go full. We're gonna go Silver Knight armor to the max. Yeah, that's it. That's the spirit. Silver Knight all the way. And now let's beat the shit out of Midir. And not fall down here again, because we're not supposed to. It's not supposed to be the way. You know the way, I know. It's time for the Black Knight's sword. If that doesn't work, I still have one more weapon at my disposal that's a bit stronger against him, hopefully. So let's see. But first, Black Knight's sword it is. To beat Midir into a pulp. Hello! Okay, it does roughly the same amount of... Ouch. The same amount of damage. Doesn't help me that much. I thought it would do massively more, but nope. Oh no. 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 Okay. 2 hits. I'm okay with that. Ow. That was too early. That was way too early. But let's get some hits in. Let's stop being greedy and actually start being talented again. Why don't we do that? Yeah, he's sabotaging me. Exactly. No hugsies. You bite the cable. Nope. I refuse. Midir, I refuse. You've been a bad dragon. Very, very evil dragon. Oh no. No, no, no. You're a much worse dragon now. Oh god. He heard that. He didn't like that statement. He didn't at all. Ow! My god. This one hurts. No flying. Oh, come on. He's like, you're trying to talk shit about me? Now feel my wrath. Okay, I get it. I get it. No more messing with Midir. I get it. Okay. Oh god, get into it. Yes. Because then we can actually hit him in the face. What are you doing? Oh, it's the charge. Okay, I like the charge. Go do that. Because then you're over there and not in my face. Which is better. No. Okay, his evasion game is on. Ow! Don't say bad words to him, be friendly. Okay. Alright. We're gonna do this the PG way. I forgot, like, he usually just watches Finding Nemo as, like, his... That's why he has all the water here. He's just a big fan of Finding Nemo. So, yeah, we're just gonna be nice to him this time. We're just gonna be super nice to him. All friendly. Yeah, we just got off on the wrong foot with him. So now we're going to show him just what a beautiful dragon he is. And I hope, Jan, by now you've realized what grave mistake you've made giving me this task. Let me in! Why is it always the wrong side? When will I learn? Never. I'll never learn. What is learning? I don't know. Maybe Midir will just wants to rival Pontiff in kills, I don't know. Oh, okay. Every time I see it drop to 0, I'm just gonna stand in the way of just staying here. I hope it doesn't happen in the final attempt. So sometimes it still drops a bit, but it's better than before, I feel. So let's hope that we're gonna keep this up. As long as it's in between fights, I don't mind it reconnecting briefly. I really don't. Hello, Midir, you're so beautiful of a dragon. Do you know that? I just want to tell you. Hey, come on, please wait here. I just want to tell you how much I admire you. Those purple scales, they really did a lot of, like, they look so good on you. Like, nobody can wear purple scales like you. It's such a beautiful design, and you know, I never thought like sharp ears would work on someone, but you really make them work. You really do. Just as sharp as your mind, I guess, huh? And those teeth. Not even to mention the teeth. Oh, he doesn't like his teeth. Okay. He has bad teeth. He has bad dentist experiences. Like everyone. Okay. You don't need to go to a dentist. That's fine. It's fine. We love you the way we do. See? Ooh, nice fire. Or you can even spark it up with some laser. I think your favorite show is Star Wars, isn't it? Some lightsabers to add to it. Yeah, you show those teeth. You show those teeth. That's good. It's working. It's strangely working. Why is this working? Oh no. Why did I speak? I'm actually being friendly to you, Midir. I'm not trying to do any tactic of any kind. Of course not. I'm actually nice to you. I like you a lot. You're so beautiful. I said you're beautiful! You're so beautiful to me. Oh god. Ow. Okay. I learned my lesson. He doesn't like my singing. Fair enough. But it was better. It was better at least. But he doesn't like my singing at all. What is this? Okay, I think now it's starting to stabilize again. As long as it's, as I said, as long as it's in between fights, I don't mind. Like, you just do you, Twitch. You just do you. Or OBS. It's not Twitch. It's just OBS. But you do you. It's fine. I mean, as long as I can just go into the fight and just show you those normally, it's okay. It's okay to me. Okay, but the flower tactic didn't work, so... Yo, Midir! Remember when I told you that your purple scales are oh so beautiful? I meant that they're gross! They're disgusting. Yeah, be mad about that, haha. Be mad. If you're mad, you can't hit me. That's how it works. Ow. He can't. He most definitely can. Okay, making him mad does not work. I get it, I get it. Ah, okay. I thought it would. But no. Making him mad is not a good idea. Note to self. I think I didn't promise too much when I said Midir is going to be tough. I hate Midir. I hate this one. I just don't like him. It's too big. Because FromSoft was like, how big are we going to make our dragon? And they were like, yes. And that's... And then Midir came out. That's literally how it worked back then. Don't fact check me on this one, but that's how it worked. Oh, I know. I just know. You need to wear the glasses. You know? Now it's better. Now we're just gonna obliterate him. That's what was missing. But I'm just curious, does the Wolf Knight Greatsword actually do more damage? We were about like 490 or something like this. Let's see how it goes with this Greatsword. Let's see. Maybe it's gonna be better. I don't know. Oh god. Oh, that does a lot. She isn't bad at all. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be behind you. I know you're sensitive about your tail. We all are. Jesus, stay with me. Okay, maybe don't. On second thought, maybe not. Oh, this way. I thought I learned how to evade it. But I did not, so let's ember up. Let's get back into this one. Jesus. Ow. Okay, if I'm underneath him when he does that attack, it's just guaranteed hitting me. There is no going around that. I understand now. Oh no, it's the charge. It's the charge. I forgot that it is the charge. Okay, I survived somehow. Majestically. Do anything else other than what you're doing. Damn dragon. That's a charge. That is a charge. It's not the charge, but it's a charge. If there's a charge, there's also B charge. Okay, I can deal with this one. I know how to evade this one. Ow. He says as he gets hit by it. Okay. That was a scary one. It was a very, very, very scary one. Oh no, he does this. It's phase 2! This is, I believe, the first time we made it to phase 2, actually. Oh no, this is bad. This is bad. I don't see him, this is bad. Okay. What are you... Oh, what? You're charging up. I don't like the fact that you're charging up. What? I'm just in shock by what I'm witnessing. Oh god, I evaded death right there. Give me the divine blessing. Oh, he's down for the count after this one. Okay. Ah, not the dregs. Run. Ow, don't run. Die. That was a cheeky one. Yeah, go charge. Go charge. Go do that. I'm okay with that. I don't mind that. Okay, I'm just gonna follow you. You take the lead. I don't mind. I don't mind. Oh no, that's gonna hurt. Never mind, I survived. Miraculously. Okay, let's run. Let's roommate! Yeah, go hug. Why am I underneath him again? Why am I always underneath him? It's not where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, go charge up. I'm okay with that. Ah, I thought I could evade him. You're beautiful, Midir. It worked last time. You're beautiful, Midir. So beautiful. Oh, he's staggered by this comment, by this compliment that he received from us. Yes! It worked! It worked! That is it! You just gotta tell a dragon that it's oh so beautiful, and then it works. Yachan, nice to see you here. First time seeing you here, but happy to see you. Okay, so with that, we only have one more agenda point for this particular stream, or let's say two more. Two more agenda points, it's not yet done. Because there's one thing we didn't do. Yeah, noise, exactly, wait, I need to do the clicking noise, just like, oh wait, noise, exactly. Should have done it to the camera, not right here, but we just have to roll with it. Right, let's use the souls that we've received. And yeah, this is it. But I love that the point when we actually kill him is when we tell him how beautiful he is. Of course. He was mad because it was like, before I die, give me a compliment. Please. Okay, fine. Back to the somber music, this time very appropriate because it's the last time we're here. Ah, it's not the last time. I'm gonna end it here, actually. But first I want to see what I can get from Midir. Afraid Blade. You know what? For the lols, let's use it. We're anyways not gonna need any more souls. Let's see, what's the great weapon that Midir gives you? Where is it? Where is it? Give. Where is it? Where doth it be? Onyx Blade? Onyx Blade was by whom? Oh, it was freed, I think. Yeah. I'm blind. Help. Help. More help. Oh, right here. Frayed Blade. There we go. Only took me about ages. Okay, let's see. What is the great thing that you do? I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that. Wait, how far does this go? Nah, it's mediocre. What sounds horrible? I just look in the chat and I read sounds horrible. I don't know what it is. But something sounds horrible. There's one thing we have to do just to end it all. And that is to go actually back to the first DLC. And then we still have one more thing on the agenda because I actually promised to someone that I'm going to rate the bosses in my opinion, what I think of them. And I have a little website prepared for it, so that's what we're going to do at the end. Then I have a small announcement. And, well, then this is a shorter stream, but let's see. The announcement is going to be pretty interesting for you, I think, for all of you. So, let's see. So as you see, basically, once we defeated Sister Freed here, everything is on fire now. The entirety of Ariandel, of this painting. It's all going down. So this is the result of us defeating it. Because if you remember in that fight with Father Ariandel and Sister Freed, Father Ariandel set fire to the entire arena. And basically, this is what happened on the outside to it. So it actually had an effect. But here you can see we can actually give her the blood of the Dark Soul, which is what we get from killing Gale. So for those of you who were here for that, that's what we got there. And let's give it to her. That's the final thing we can do. Yes.
My thanks, Ashen One. With this will I paint a world. Please tell me thy name. I would name this painting after thee.
Well, our name in the game is Yoshi is Scared. Should we name the painting Yoshi is Scared, or should we refrain from calling this painting the future of whatever this is, to call it Yoshi is Scared? What do you think? I'll give that choice to you. What do you want to do? It's the last choice you can make. And what's the announcement? I won't spoil it until it's there. Need to keep you interested in what I'm doing. No, fine. Now I'll keep it short. Yoshi is less scared. I mean, now I'm less scared. I mean, I beat it. So I was scared at the start of it, and the reason why I was scared was people like Midir and Pontiff, and I think they've proven their point. I think Midir is actually on place 2 in terms of kills. I think it's Sister Fried and Pontiff. Pontiff is the first, then Midir, and I think then place number 3 goes to Fried, as far as I know. But I think my death counter, the person who counted all the deaths, isn't here. All right, but let's share the name.
My thanks. I will paint a world of that name. It will be a cold, dark, and very gentle place. And one day, it will make someone a goodly home.
Just imagine, like, oh, where do you live? Oh, I live on Earth. Where do you live? I'm on Mars. And where do you live? I live on Yoshi is Scared. That's great.
Uncle Gale intends his return. I hope the new painting will be to him a gentle home.
Yeah, Gale is definitely gonna come back. For sure. We definitely didn't kill him. No. No. We didn't. We definitely didn't.
I will assuredly
Oh, you're saying something else.
Of a cold, dark,
Oh, no, you're saying the same thing over and over. Okay. You're saying the same thing over and over. Need to start playing better. You're very, very bad at this game. Well, maybe you need to set your priorities different. I feel like I'm doing amazing at this game because I beat it, so I don't care. And I mean, I need to start playing better. Well, I finished it, so yeah. Don't really need to start playing better, to be honest. But thanks for the comment nonetheless. Alright, so with that, I think let's get up to it. To this very specific place, for no reason. Yeah. I think with that, that's it for everything that we can do in this game. I'm gonna leave the music in the background though of this area. Drop in the controller, because now it's time for something else. And for that, I need to quickly adjust what I have over here. Because now, what I'm actually going to do is I am going to make sure that I have everything in here. Wait, let's see. This. And let's see if it looks good. Oh yeah, it actually does look pretty good. Looks better than I expected. So yeah, this is basically... okay, now I'm back. Definitely was an intended pause for getting this up. No. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rate all the bosses. I'm trying to make them based on where they were in the game and just say a few words about what I think of them. As I said, it was requested by people in the community, which is why I'm doing this. And this is the word of someone who's played this game 2 times now, so don't take it as like an expert opinion or anything. Because if you're watching it at this point for the first time, then I'm not an expert in anything. And if you've been watching the entire game streamed by me, you will notice that I'm not an expert at it. So yeah, let's just see what we can get out of this one. I'm gonna start off. Wait, where is he? Where is our one and only Udex Gundyr? There. Udex Gundyr I'd actually put to a solid B. So S is great, it's amazing, and D is the worst, basically. Udex Gundyr I put at a solid B simply because he's a pretty hard fight to begin with. So I'm not just counting how hard they were, but also how fun they were and how unique. And for me, it's like, it was a fun fight. I liked it a lot. But yeah, it's just it's still the tutorial boss, but for the tutorial, now actually since it's the tutorial and he's still that good for it, has 2 phases and everything, I'd actually put him to A. Let's be honest. Right, let's not be too hard on Udex. Then Ward of the Boreal Valley was the next one. I'd actually put him to a C. He also has his 2 phases as most bosses have, but I mean he's pretty slow. He's pretty straightforward, so I'd only give him a C. He's not that strong, and I don't know, he's a teaser of what's to come with all of the Boreal Valley and Irithyll stuff, with also Pontiff and everything. But yeah, I just put him at that, to be honest. Because he's good, but he's not that interesting. Number 3 in the list was, who was coming after him? Oh, Curse Rooted Greatwood. Curse Rooted Greatwood. Honestly, I don't like him. I feel he's a bit boring, and I don't really like that fight. He's not that strong. He's not tough. He's just weird. And you have the classic point of you have to hit the weak points in order to make real damage, and I don't know. He then falls into phase 2, but it doesn't really change that much apart from his area, so I'm not a fan of Curse Rooted Greatwood. And again, this is solely just personal opinion. Next up was the Crystal Sage, and yeah, I think he's also down there because I don't know, he's not really that unique as well. He's coming back later on in the archives again, but I don't know. He's just a classic mage enemy, and it's a cool fight, don't get me wrong, but all of the fights in this game are really cool. Apart from one, in my opinion, but or 2 basically, but to those I'll get later. But I don't know, there's something lacking about this fight for me, like severely. That's why I'm putting him so far down. That's just the reason behind it. Alright. Next up, after Crystal Sage, who was that? Where were we next? I think it was actually the Abyss Watchers. No, it was, oh yeah, it was one of the bosses I just teased, the Deacons of the Deep. You basically put a bunch of area enemies and you make them, well, a boss. I don't think I have to say much more to that. It's rather boring, and I don't know, I didn't like it, to be honest. But actually, we're getting a lot of the bosses that I didn't like out of the way at the start, so it's gonna get better. Yeah. Then, next after that, now we have the Abyss Watchers. And the Abyss Watchers is a solid A, honestly. Now, honestly, it's even an S. Not because of the power, but because of the portrayal of the fight. Because you get in there, you have this like dual invitation by one of the Abyss Watchers right there. I shouldn't look there, I should look here. You have this dual invitation by one of the Abyss Watchers, which is really cool, I think. And also the mechanic of them still having this infighting in phase 1. And then basically, I always called it him embering up. So basically him powering up in the second phase. And then having a more agile fight against him. I liked it a lot. I liked a lot what they did with this fight, which is why I would put it as the first S rank fight. Because they're not that tough. I think they're a roadblock for when you first go through this game. I was lucky on both playthroughs to get them first try, but I can imagine them being quite a roadblock. So I can see the difficulty in them, but just the way they were designed is just awesome in my opinion. I like it. After Abyss Watchers, where did we... Oh yeah, we went to... Where is he? I think we went to Old Demon King first. Oh, no, we went to Volnir first. So High Lord Volnir, I'm actually putting at a C. He's not difficult at all. But I just like that it's a different fight. That they're actually putting some effort into it. You have to go for still just the classic weak points. It's the same point that I kind of put as the critique for Curse Rooted Greatwood, but I don't know, I liked what they did with this one a bit. He's still not like the amazing boss that pulls you into the game or something, but it's just, it has a unique area, and that's what I kind of have to give to him. So for that, he gets a solid C ranking. And now Old Demon King, the first one that actually took us multiple attempts, I would say. Actually, I'd put him to a C because he's different. The only part that I really don't like about this, and it's really pulling him down for me, is you get to fight an Old Demon King in a less strong form, like 5 minutes before the actual boss fight itself. Because on your way to the Demon Ruins down below, you basically already fight one of his. So it's like, is it really that cool? I don't know. I didn't really like that. I really didn't. So that's the down point that kind of pulls him down there because, well, we've seen him before. There's no real reason to it. Alright. But we're not bashing all the bosses. We're getting to the better ones. After Old Demon King... Oh yeah. Pontiff Sullivan. Definitely S rank, alone because of his power. He could be the most annoying piece of S that he could ever be, just because of the power of taking me, I think, over 40 attempts to beat in this try. That alone puts him in an S rank. But also, I just love his design. I love the ominous way of going into this cathedral and then just him going towards you and just, you know, kind of this confrontation that you have here. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, that's just basically the point right here. So overall, a cool boss that I really like a lot. Very agile, very fast-paced, and if you don't focus on one mechanic like I did, also very interesting. So yeah, next up we have, after Pontiff... Where did we go after Pontiff? Oh, Aldrich. Is it? Is it Aldrich? No, I think we went to Yorm first and then to Aldrich. So Yorm the Giant is our first B entry. Why? It's a cool gimmick fight. It's not too tough. It's a cool gimmick. But it's just interesting to see, in my opinion. It's a fun fight. It's very cool. And it kind of really gives you this, you're fighting a giant feeling. And I feel like it's a giant boss that's been very well executed, in my opinion. I know a lot of Souls players, they don't necessarily like these scripted fights. I liked it a lot. So for me, it was good. So, but I'm always a fan of that. Then, Aldrich, Saint of the Deep, was the next one. The third Lord of Cinder on this list. I'm trying to basically give a bit of indication, Moo, so to know where they were. Aldrich was the guy that's basically this giant blob that always like writhed around and used a lot of magic and fire, and had like a staff. And I'm horrible at describing bosses, I realized. But he was very interesting. But I would put him at B because he's tough. But yeah, I don't know. He wasn't that unique, I feel. He was okay. I liked him. The blob, exactly. The blob and the staff. At least you know which one I mean. He was cool. He was an interesting fight, but I don't know. Not my favorite. It's strong. He's powerful, but I don't know. Something is lacking with this fight for me. That's why he's here. Then after that we went... Where did we go? Oh yeah, we went to Osiros. Osiros is a cool fight. The first dragon-like boss, and I liked that a lot. I liked the way he was executed. So I actually put him to a solid B. You can slowly see his like descent into madness go more and more crazy. And I like that. I like that a lot. It was a lot of fun to fight him. And also the gimmick of him holding like his child that he still thinks is alive, which it isn't, which is like right in front of him the entire time, which you also see in the picture here if you can actually see it. He's like having his arm in front of him the entire time. And to basically break that up in phase 2 and be like, okay, now I'm just pure rage and I'm just throwing everything at you that I can. It was cool. I liked it. Then, and maybe as a surprise for people who know the franchise, Champion Gundyr is a D. Why is he a D on the lowest? I know that he's famed for his difficulty, but in both my attempts against him, I beat him again both times first try, in both playthroughs, I didn't see that. I didn't see his difficulty at all. And if he doesn't have the difficulty, he's definitely a D, yeah. But if you don't have the difficulty behind him, he's just Udex Gundyr from up here, who's like the really cool intro boss, just all over again without a cool second phase transition. Because his second phase transition is, oh, I'm gonna run at you. And I'm gonna kick you in the face. I don't like that. It's like, your first version had more difference to it. It had more like versatility to it. I preferred that. So I felt he was just unnecessary. Lore-wise, I know it's cool to see him, but just boss fight-wise, because I have no clue about the lore, well, I know some pieces of it, but not enough to really put this into perspective here. Yeah, that's just it. Like, I don't know. I don't like him. Let's put it this way. Alright, where did we go next? Oh, I completely overlooked one. Oh, no. I overlooked the Dancer of the Boreal Valley, which goes directly after Aldrich. Oops. Which is basically the one that, Moo, you should know, because you had to fight him early or her early in your private playthrough, if I remember you. I think that's what you said, and I should breathe before I speak. So yeah. But as you already wrote, she is nice. She definitely is. I'm only gonna put her to an A. But I'll put it to an S even, because I love this footstep mechanic with the music and everything. And as it's already in the chat here, I have it over here. That's why I always have to look over here. The name is basically the program of it. She's like having a lot of like dance, I don't know, telegraphed move. Let's put it this way. It's rather easy to evade if you know what it is, and if it doesn't one-shot you every time, unlike if you meet her at the first, like when you're not supposed to meet her. But yeah, I like this one. I liked it a lot. It was a cool fight, and with the music and this footstep mechanic, definitely a very, very memorable and enjoyable fight. Very much so. Next up, Dragon Slayer armor. It's a solid B. It's a cool fight. It's unique. It's interesting. It's an interesting boss, and it's kind of once again the Ornstein fight of the Dark Souls series, which basically he has he's appearing as a boss in every series, and you can see from his armor design that he kind of reminds Dragon Slayer Ornstein from Dark Souls 1. But yeah, I don't like the fact that he's like constantly being used, but the cool part about this one is he's different, and that's what I liked a lot about it. Then Lorien and Lothric, the twin princes. Honestly, I'm only gonna put it to an A. I love the music behind them. This is a tough one. I'm thinking between S and A, but I think I'm just leaving them at A because they're a cool fight, very interesting, very unique. But, and that's my issue, Phase 2, apart from some magic, doesn't change too much. It's like Lothric comes in, but he doesn't do too much apart from throwing a bunch of magic at you, and that's it. So that's my only down point to it, really. Otherwise, really cool fight, very cool music, kind of giving you this feeling of, okay, you're kind of fighting yourself in a way, because he's also struggling with his task of being chosen to relight the fire. And now I have the music stuck in my head. But I don't know. It's just, there's something missing for me to put them in S. So that's why they're an A. But I can't quite name it. But there's something that this fight would need for me. Then, we're actually almost done with the base game bosses. Ancient Wyvern, D. It's a cool fight, it's a very cool open area, of course, but that's just the area in general. But it's a one-shot boss. And through the majority of the boss fight, you don't see the actual boss itself because you're running through buildings. So, I don't know. It's an interesting take at a dragon fight, but I feel like they were like, okay, how are we going to make a dragon fight work? Because it's Archdragon Peak, there has to be a dragon fight. But I feel like they didn't, at that point in the game, didn't quite have the idea of how to do it. Which is why they just one-shot him off. And as you've seen today, and also we'll see here in my ranking again, at later points in time, they definitely improve on that a lot, on dragon fights. But yeah, Ancient Wyvern in that moment, well, staying at a solid D. That's a weird phrasing, but I'll keep it at that. But okay. Yeah. Next one. The Nameless King. A famed one. The first boss I actually really truly announced. I kind of really took into the announcement. Well, I kind of put Pontiff in there as well, but since Pontiff kicked my ass, he kind of put himself there. But Nameless King really was, I think, the first one that really kept in mind, because or not the first one I kept in mind, but one that really stuck to it and had like this legend around it. Because everyone, like in like 2 streams before or so, someone was in the chat and was like, "Oh, can you do Nameless King before you go into the DLC? It would be cool to see you actually fight him at the point where you were supposed to fight him in the game, and not later when you're like over level due to the DLC." And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And even though I beat him rather quickly this time, I didn't beat him that fast on my private playthrough. It was a second attempt on stream. It was a lot of fun. It's a cool area, mysterious in entrance of just you ringing that bell and everything turns to this dark, cloudy world, and then this unknown figure descends on a dragon from the sky. I liked it. It was cool. It was really cool. So for me, Nameless King, power-wise also famed for his difficulty. Which I can understand. I didn't have that much issues with him, but I can understand where the difficulty is. He's on an S rank, for sure. He has to be up there. No doubt in my mind. I think, yeah, there's one base game boss, and that's Soul of Cinder. Soul of Cinder for me, I think it's an A actually. Lore-wise, it's super cool, and I love the... That's an S rank. It's an S rank actually, because I love the mechanics that they do. You see, I didn't make those lists before. I'm just making it up as I go. I just really want this impression of hearing the boss and then thinking on what would I first associate with it? What would I think? And for that, I don't know, I would say Soul of Cinder, with the idea of having 4 different weapons that he switches in between, and kind of with that showing it's like the amalgamation of all the previous players from the previous 2 Souls games, or depending on your choice in Dark Souls 3, also from other players of the same game. I love the idea behind that. And the twist with the music in Phase 2, with kind of giving you the music of the final boss of Dark Souls 1, and also giving like most of his moveset as well, with some additions, of course, since this game's now a lot faster, so it needs to adapt. I just like it, so it's an S rank. I don't know why I was thinking about it. So that's the base game bosses right there. But we still have 6 bosses from the DLC. We're starting off, as we play through, with Ashes of Ariandel, where we have 2 bosses to raid. One is Gravetender, Great Wolf, and Champion's Gravetender. I'm putting him to C only, and the only part why he's a C, or they are a C rank and not a D rank, is because of the music. I love the music in this fight. It's so cool. It's a really cool music. But apart from the music, it's, okay, one big wolf from the area that you've walked through before, so you've fought these type of enemies before. Exactly, they weren't that special. And the other one is just a standard like you enemy. So the only part that really puts him ahead for me is the music, and that's it. Yeah, I understood what you mean. But the we are in too special is also nice. No, so yeah, I totally agree with that point. They weren't too special. But the music kind of stuck out for me. So that's why I'm actually giving them the C rank. And then Sister Fried and Father Ariandel is... And now that may be a prime... I'm again struggling. Because I'm thinking to put them to an A rank. I'm gonna put them to an A rank. That's Fire and Ice. Yeah, that's... You like them? That's cool. The reason why they're A and not S is I don't think the 3 phases are necessary. I mean, it's a cool design of being like, okay, she dies. In the first phase, she tries to stop you from freeing Father Ariandel, and that's why she dies in the first phase. Ariandel sees it, then goes into a complete madness and revives her with the fire. Then you defeat Ariandel, and basically, I don't know, with their powers combined, they just go into that third phase, which is a lot more agile, it's a lot faster and everything. I just feel like phase 1 isn't that necessary. But I'm also not sure, because it kind of makes sense that he would have to have a reason to really relight his fire, and that the death of Sister Fried is that reason for him. It kind of makes sense. So I'm conflicted with this one. It's, if I could put them in the middle, I would put them in the middle between the two. Hey, you know what? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They were a cool fight. They're an S rank. But in the middle of the two, in my opinion. Because I feel like, I don't know, those 3 phases felt forced, in my opinion. I didn't like them too much. That's the only issue I have with this fight. Okay. Then, Demon Prince. We're now in the final DLC, The Ringed City. And the Demon Prince is the final boss of the area of the Dreg Heap. They're interesting, but they have the same issue of phase 2 doesn't change too much. They're unique in a way. Like, they're a cool fight, don't get me wrong, but their phase 2 isn't much different from what you get before. So for me personally, they're a B. They're in the middle, they're cool, they're interesting. But yeah, I don't know, it's just, there's something, I don't know, phase 2 should have been massively different, and it wasn't. That's why it's not an A rank or even an S rank, because for an S rank it should be even more. There, for that the music should be like really cool and everything. It should really have an entire setting of just being awesome, like pure awesomeness. And the Demon Princes just weren't. But they were a solid boss. They were a good boss. It just weren't. Did I say that really? Sorry. English is not my first language, okay? It actually isn't. Alright. 3 bosses remain. And I'm going to actually rate them in the order that I fought them. Oh, you said it. Okay, I see. I'm going to rate them in the order that I fought them, which is Half-Light comes next. You could fight Midir before him. So Midir and Half-Light you could switch up at any point. Oh, you're tired. Okay, I get it. Well, there's not much left of this stream anyways, but this is the last part. So Half-Light, I don't know. Honestly, to me he's a D rank, because he's a C rank because of one mechanic that I didn't do on stream, simply because the online feature of Dark Souls 3 isn't good, at least for me it isn't. Because you always get like ghost hits like crazy, but he's nothing different from a standard boss. He has his different moves, which is why I think he deserves to be on C. And he has this fact, which is something I didn't show on stream, is that it's actually a player versus player fight. Normally you would have another player get summoned in, and you have to fight that player. Which is cool. It's an interesting idea. I just didn't do it because of Dark Souls 3's online, and me also not being good at PvP in general. Let's not hide it. I'm not good at it. Definitely not. So yeah, that's why Half-Light is a C for me, because he's not different from like these standard enemies that are like your player, but he's also kind of cool. So that's just it. And now, 2 bosses remain. I'm gonna rate them, as I said, in the order that I fought them. So Slave Knight Gale is next, even though he's normally intended to be the final boss. And Slave Knight Gale is an S rank, all the way. It's a really cool way of just 2 people at the end of time, because you're actually traveling forward in time to fight him, to a point where everything's basically already gone to, well, down the crapper. And it's such a cool fight to see this person that guided you throughout the DLC. So if you see these notes at the bottom that I read out before, and I also mentioned it during the stream itself, Gale is guiding you through the entirety of the second DLC. You always see his red cloak hanging from areas where you have to go to, like guiding your path. And also his messages in the Dreadkeep that tell you, jump down, you won't die, you can go here. I like that mechanic. And with that alone, Gale is already in the top area. And from his boss fight of just having that as a background, having an amazing music, and just a really intense, fast-paced fight that still feels very, very fair. It's not like fast-paced and you're like struggling to keep up, but actually it's a fair, fast-paced, fun fight. And I think I can think of more words starting with F that I can use to describe it. But overall, it's just a cool fight. I liked it a lot, and I wish it would have been the end for today, but the first try got in the way. That sounded so full of myself, I'm sorry. But with that, we have only 1 boss left to rate. And that is none other than Dark Eater Midir, the one we fought today. And I gotta give it to him. He's also an S rank. He's immensely powerful. It's a cool fight. It's a well-executed fight against a dragon. It doesn't feel like, oh, I'm just poking at his feet all the time, because the head takes so much more damage than the feet or any other part of his body that you're kind of forced to go to his head. And to me, that's cool. It's really something that works out. I like it a lot. So yeah, that's just my opinion on Dark Eater Midir. Very cool fight, very well executed dragon fight, and just, yeah, overall a very cool and intense fight. So yeah, with that, that's the boss ranking. That's what I think of Dark Souls 3's bosses. You can see there's a lot of them that are very good, a lot of them that are, in my opinion, mediocre. But overall, a very good game, and I'd say, let's go back to actually the proper game and actually pull everything to how I used to have it, while ending it off with the announcement. It's a cool fight. It's a very cool fight. It's a cool game. That's what I want to say. It's a very cool game. I liked it a lot, which is also why I'm happy it got chosen by the community to be the first ever solo playthrough. We had It Takes Two by Kate and Renee as a co-op playthrough before, but this is the first ever solo playthrough for Accenture Gaming. So the first ever solo stream, you always had to listen to my voice. And yeah, with that, I think this is a cool visual. Let's actually remove the HUD on this one. Oops, no. I need to actually use the camera correctly to angle myself. Let's remove the HUD. Where do we do that? Right here. Better, a lot better. So yeah, announcement time. Thumbnail, yeah, for YouTube maybe. So I'm gonna kneel before you. This is very on the edge. I'm almost died there. No, could have been a normal death again. But now that death counter beneath me, that's actually the final one. And yeah, all that's left to say is this was a lot of fun. I like this game a lot. Fall? No. I'm not gonna fall. No, but I liked it a lot. And thank you everyone who watched it. Thank you for all the support you guys have shown. And I hope to see you also in future streams. But I'm not going to end it without this announcement. So this game was chosen by the community, and I gave 5 games as like the games to choose from, because I thought the community should be involved in this one. And this is not going to change. So I intend to continue streaming unless people are writing massively like, get Felix off of the streams, then fine. But as long as I had the feeling you enjoyed it, so as long as I have that feeling, I'm going to continue and also improve over time. So if you have any improvements, feel free to reach out to me on Discord, Biyoshi, you can always find me there, or just in any way contact this channel. I think on Twitch I'll also be able to get these messages somehow. But what's the announcement to this one? I kind of just recapped. So the announcement is the next game will be chosen solely by you. We're going to once again have a choice between 5 games, and one game I'm going to put as a choice already, which is this one, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Why? Because it was so close. It was a 1 vote difference between Dark Souls 3, which we finished today, and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. So I think it's fair to put it there again. So that one's going to be a choice, or a possibility to choose from again. But what about the other 4 slots? The other 4 slots are for you to decide. So reach out to me via Twitch, maybe preferably via any other channel where you know my name from, where you might have seen announcements here, preferably on Discord or also anywhere else we've seen the announcements from me. Reach out to me, and I see already I have many suggestions. Anything you have, write it to me. I'll make a list for myself. I'll also write that down as an announcement on those channels as well, but I'll make a list of everything I get as suggestions. Everything. And the top 4 that get mentioned the most. Like, for example, I don't know, Elden Ring getting mentioned forever. Like, has like 10 votes or so and is like one of the top votes of people requesting to play it. It gets into the vote. And then those top 4, along with Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, will be a choice. Will be in a vote again for like 2 weeks, once again open like this one. So yeah, I'm gonna make the list for me gathering these games, I think, open for a week starting tomorrow. So until Wednesday next week you have the time to send me games, because I don't want to have too much of a break as well in streaming, but having a shorter break is also fine. And in the meantime, Moo, who's here, very active in the chat, and I will continue with Code Vein. And so you're not going to miss me here on this channel. But for my next full-on solo game, you guys get to vote. Send me all of your suggestions, anything you have. I saw horror, if horror is okay, anything you have. Yeah, I already saw the 2 votes on Alien Isolation. I'll put that on the list later. So yeah, you have time until next week, Wednesday, and then I'm going to prepare then the voting announcement on Discord again, where you can then vote. That's a long story short. So yeah, all that's left to say for me, and that's why I'm also kneeling down here, is thank you all so very much for watching. It was a lot of fun to stream. It was my first ever full-on playthrough stream. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, I hope you have a great night. I hope you have fun with the voting. I'm looking forward to see all of your suggestions. And yeah, see you next project, next stream, or as it's always called in the end card, next event, which will be Code Vein on Thursday. But yeah, after that, maybe in the future other games, maybe Alien Isolation or anything else. I'm excited to see it. So without any further ado, have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.